In this Tower Fantasy video, I'm going to answer some questions you might have before trying the game out. These are questions I would want answered before taking the time out to play the game, but if I don't answer a certain question you might have, please drop it in the comments and I'll answer it within the first 5 minutes of you posting it, or I will send you a literal whale to your house. Literally. Before I get into that though, please sub to this channel for Tower of Fantasy and check out previous and future videos I may post about the game. Turn notifications on also so you don't miss a video or a live stream. I also do Genshin Impact. First question, is this game pay to win? Well, I'm going to say it like this. This is only day 3 of me making this video. This is only day 3 of the game and of global release. So I'm going to say that after everything I've seen, after all the money that I've spent in this game already, which is only like $150 I've spent, I'm going to say that the game right now is not super pay to win. And I say that because the game, early game, and this may change later on, like 2-3 months from now, a year from now, if this game is still a thing, they may change it and they may want to, be money hungry or whatever. But so far, I haven't seen elements of pay to win. And I say that because the pay to win element of a game like this, a gacha game, is dependent on you pulling for characters, pulling for weapons in this case. And so far, man, the characters that I've gotten that I've wanted, have not been with money. They've been with just the pulls that you get naturally, and they give you a lot of pulls naturally because there is so much to do in the game. Now, if you're playing this game later, I think that there's a lot of like time gated stuff that's going on right now that may not be in the game a month from now. So if you're playing the same game that I'm playing a month from now and there's still the same amount of materials in the game available for you to pull certain characters on certain banners, I think that you're going to be okay and you won't need to spend a single dime, right? Because they are so good at this game right now of giving you everything you need to pull the characters that you want to pull. The only thing that's going to kind of suck is when the banners change and those characters that you may want may not be on the banner anymore. You might have to wait for them to come back. But for right now, the game does not seem super pay to win. Now, if you do put money on it, what's really good about it is the drop rates are amazing. All right, you're going to get something. Like, I think I did the SSR pulls, and I got 3 SSR pulls like in a row, and it was just guaranteed SSR. So it's not super pay to win, but if you do drop money on it, you're going to be rewarded. And this is coming from somebody who is a current Genshin Impact player, a sometimes on again off again whale in Genshin Impact. So yeah, when you're comparing it to Genshin Impact as far as what you need to do to spend money to get something that you want, it's definitely a contrast like night and day. You're going to get what you want, and it's going to be fun. If you want to spend money to do it, you're going to make it happen faster. And it's not like Genshin Impact faster, where you definitely going to have to drop money. It's just going to happen faster regardless. Second question. How is it different from Genshin Impact? What are the 3 biggest ways that it's different? Okay, so the biggest way that this is different from Genshin Impact is that you get to actually make your own character. When you first start the game, you can go into the character customization and you can change everything that you want about your character. You can change his eyes, you can change the shape of his eyes, you can change how far away his eyes are apart, you can change the nose, how big the nose is, you can change the hair, the shading, you have different hairs to pick from, different eyes to pick from. It's just so intricate, the character detail that you can put into your character, that you can literally spend an hour or more customizing your character. And I'm a stickler for this because I like games that are MMO that you can make your character look different from everybody else's, right? And I think that when there's an MMO game that gives you a character creation, the character creation is trash if I make a character that 100% you have the ability to accidentally, without seeing my character, make the same character. And that's just not a possibility in this game. If you take the time to make your character, there's no way that somebody is going to make the same character as you. So that's the biggest way that it's different from Genshin Impact. The second biggest way, it kind of goes into the same thing with the character. There is just a unique character system. And I don't know if it's actually unique because I haven't played games like this before, but there's a character system in place, and I'll explain this a little bit more because I know there's people going to want more about this information than I did myself, but I'll just say this briefly, is that your character is not limited to one weapon. You can change weapons on your character. You can use a summoned character and change weapons and combos for that character based on the weapon that character is using, and that character and your created character can all use up to 3 different weapons. So that is a huge difference from Genshin Impact, and I think that's one that kind of like puts a nail in one of the nails in the coffin of Genshin Impact with this character system. And the third way that this game is a lot different from Genshin Impact is that this is an MMO, a massive multiplayer online game, meaning that you join a server and you're in the open world. Everybody that's in that server is in that world, and you have the ability to run into that person or these people. And there are world bosses that may take 9, 10, 11, 12 people, may take your squad of 6 and then this person's squad of 6. I think that's going to be how it works. I've seen some raid gameplay details, but there are just these world bosses that are ridiculous. I fought one world boss already that I thought I was going to be able to go into solo because of my Genshin Impact experience, but when I went in there and there was like 6 of us trying to fight this thing, we were actually having a difficult time to fight it, and it took literally the 6 of us, and we all had to have like some healer like stuff about our character, or else we were just going to lose this world boss fight. So Genshin Impact, when you fight a boss, you can solo the boss. You don't need any help. With this game, you're definitely going to need help with some of these bosses. I can't speak of what's going to be in the future. Characters may be super overpowered, and world bosses may be just weak to your characters later on down the line, a year from now, 2 years from now. But as of right now, as the global release of this game, you're going to need help, all right? And because you're in a server, you're going to get that help. And that's a huge difference and a huge, like, just better gameplay than Genshin Impact. Third question, is it fun or worth it? I'm going to say yes to both. It is fun and it is definitely worth it to play. I have this game on PC. It's not on console yet, and I think that's probably another question everybody's going to want to have answered. It's not on console yet, but I don't doubt that they're probably going to have a console version somewhere down the line, because I believe this game is going to make money hand over fist, and they'd be kind of dumb not to put it on console, especially if they are going to be, in which they probably are, a direct competitor to Genshin Impact. I'm probably going to blow Genshin Impact out of the water if they keep going. But it's definitely fun. It's definitely worth it. I think the funnest part for me, and I'll get into this in another question, but the funnest part for me is to be able to summon for something that I want, so I can use that character, use that ability in the game, and then use it and not have to wait forever, not have to be time gated on certain things. There is some time gating elements of the game as of right now, but if you're playing a game a month from now, 2 months from now, I don't think it's going to be that big of an issue, because you're going to have a lot of stuff to do. And even with playing right now, you download the game right now, you play tomorrow, you play today, even with the time gated stuff, there's still a lot to do, a lot to explore, a lot to do. And I literally played this game from 9 o'clock last night, and I didn't get off the game until 8 o'clock this morning. And I played straight one sitting, didn't really move. I think I got up once to go get dinner, and I came right back to this chair, and I had that much fun playing the game. It has been a very, very long time since I've been able to do a game like that. That's just how much fun I've been having playing this game. And that's just the honest truth. And I feel kind of embarrassed saying that, me no-lifing a game like this. So the game is definitely worth it. Question number 4. How does the character system work? Now, I'm going to try to answer this as quickly as possible, but there is no fast answer to this, because I actually took some time to learn about this, and I'm going to answer it as concisely as possible. So the character system works like this. You create your own character, male or female, in the character preset thing, and then once you get into the world, they give you this other character that you play with for the tutorial, and then you can change into your preset character. Now, the thing that kind of sucks, and they may change this later, I haven't really tested this out for myself, I just got to take the word from my chat, they say that your characters are server locked. So if you join a server and you do some pulls, you're going to have to be in that server. That's your server. That's where your characters are. I'm not sure if that's actually true. Not sure if they're going to change that in the future. So that kind of sucks. But once you do get into the game, once you do have your character, it works like this. You have your character and you can use up to 3 weapons, right? You do the pulls on the banners, which they're going to give you ample stuff to get to pull different weapons, different characters. You're going to get it. It's just, you have no choice but to get it. You can either use that character as a skin. They call it a simulacrum, but you can use it as a skin. And that skin is basically just like your created character. There's no difference between your created character and the skin of the character that you pull for, except that it looks different. It has different little design things that you can't do for your created character. And then everybody else gets to use that same skin if they wanted to. But for the most part, you have 3 weapons. Doesn't matter what skin you're using, you can use those weapons. Let's say you want to use the girl with the ice greatsword and you see her use these ice greatsword combos. Those combos are not locked to that character. The combos are locked to the weapon that she's using. So you can take her sword and put it on another like pulled character. Let's just say there's a character named Josiah, who has fire pistols, and he has a specific fire pistol combo. You can take those pistols and put it on the Ice Sword girl and use those same fire pistol combos with the fire and everything, the same animation. So the animations and stuff are just locked to the weapon and not the character. And then you can use those same weapons and put those on your cast character, on your CAC, your created character. And then you can put those on any character you want. They just use the same, not the same, but they use 3 weapons. That's basically what it is. You can put 3 weapons on any character, your created character or a pulled for character, and it's going to be the same no matter what. It works exactly like you think it should work. You know how in some games where when you do something, you see some sort of mechanic and you think it should work a different way, but it's kind of jank? It's not like that with this game. All right, I had a feeling and I had a hope that the system was going to work exactly like this, but I was like, it's too good to be true. The system's not going to work exactly like this, but it does. It works exactly like that. It works exactly how it sounds. You make your created character, and then you pull for other characters, and you get their weapons. You can use their skin, but you can still use the weapons of other characters. All right, and the 5th and final question, how do summons work? All right, so there are, I think it's 4 different banners that you can pull from. There's 3 different banners. There's the purple banner, there's the gold banner, and then there is the red banner. I'm just going to call them like that. They all have their different names, and they're all like black nucleus, gold nucleus, and like red nucleus, I think is what it is. But you can summon on all 3 of those. The red nucleus, I think you only get that currency from like purchasing. I haven't seen anything in the game where you can be completely free to play. I might be wrong, but you can be completely free to play, don't spend anything, and get the red currency. But for the purple or the black nucleus or the gold nucleus, those are in the game, and you're going to get those no matter what. You get those from chests in the world. You get those from like anywhere. And then you can use those to summon on the banners. You will probably have better luck summoning with the gold nucleus, so those are going to be the ones that you're going to be looking for the most. The black nucleus, the little purple balls, you get those, they kind of suck, not going to lie. They suck. You're going to get a lot more of the purple ones than you are the gold ones. However, you're going to get a lot of both. And there are a lot of different things in the game, like daily missions. They have a lot of daily missions, like in Genshin Impact, how you just had the little character log book, and once you did that, it's done. Yeah, Genshin, this game is not like that. You're going to get several of those types of things that you can do from day to day. Achievements. You have these little, basically, it's a lot of like, do this mission, do this mission, do this mission, and get this reward, get this reward, get this reward. And there's just basically a lot of that. And then you can just summon on those different banners. And then again, if you do want to pay, there's different ways that you can pay. You can directly buy their currency, which translates to gold nucleus and the red, not the red nucleus, but you could purchase the red nucleus stuff as well. The red nucleus stuff, there's like a specific like special summon, SSR summon that's going to be on the red nucleus banner that you can get. It's going to have like a rate up character. I spent 150 and I don't have the whatever character, but the way that the game works out, if you spend enough money with the game and get more of those red nucleuses, you can purchase, directly purchase the character if you don't have it. So if I were to keep going with the summons and keep spending the red nucleus and not getting the character, I'll get a buildup of another currency as I'm spending money on that red nucleus banner, and I'll be able to get, once I have enough of that special currency that builds up after I've summoned enough, I can just go ahead and get the thing. If I don't have it by now, I can get it. I think that part is kind of jank because you got to keep spending, but it's also cool at the same time because if you spent that much and you still don't have the character, well, guess what? You can get the character anyway because you can just directly purchase it. So I think in that aspect, it's really cool because it just makes me feel like they really do care about people and they do want people to play the game, and they're not just trying to bleed you dry, because it kind of sucks that you can spend $500 to get the Wolf's Gravestone on Genshin Impact and still not get it. It's like, what did I just spend $500 for and I didn't get the Wolf's Gravestone? That's kind of crazy. There's no thing that says, well, you spent $500, okay, here. You can directly get it. You spent $500. You know what I'm saying? Like that. And I'm not saying you should spend $500 to get anything. You don't do that. That's stupid. Unless you're like rich. Even if you're rich, don't do that. Go donate to the needy or something. But that's how summons work, and I think it's actually really cool. You're gonna get a lot of gold summons. You do missions. I think one thing that's really kind of jank about it, that's kind of time gated, is that I've noticed that a lot of the chests that are around the open world map, they have a timer on them now. So I guess I can only open a certain amount of chests to get the gold nucleus. But what I've also noticed is that if you are with somebody else and they should happen to open the chest, I think, and I may be wrong, I think that you can get the nucleus if they open it. I think I've witnessed that. Correct me if I'm wrong in the chat. All right, not chat, but the comments. All right, so I hope I answered your questions. I hope I answered the biggest questions that you might have. These are just some questions that I would want answered if I played. I hope I didn't sound like a bumbling idiot through all of this. And if I did, just tell me, hey, you sounded like a bumbling idiot. No, don't do that. That's rude. But if this video is helpful, drop a like. And if there are any questions that you want answered that I didn't touch on, please ask me in the comments, and myself or one of the helpful, awesome people watching this video will answer. Like, are you a helpful, awesome person? Because if you are, thank you. And thank you for watching. All right, so peace out.